Now we'll do the lab for supplementary services. So in supplemental services, we'll do call park, call pickup, meet me conference, time of day routing that we just discussed. Let's go ahead. Okay, let me just brief you about this lab here. So what we are going to do here in this is our topology. We have a CUCM. We have to implement time of day routing, call park, call pickup, and meet me conferences in this. We have two sites. We have US and UK. In US, we have a phone 11001 on PC1, and in UK, we have a phone 21001 and 21002 in UK side. We have the gateways, and then we have a PSTN phone on PC3. So in this topology, in the CUCM cluster that serves two sites, one is United States, another one is UK or United Kingdom. One phone is associated in US site, that is CIPC1, and the two phones in UK site, CIPC1 and CIPC2. Each site has a local PSTN gateway also that we can see here. The US gateway is an H323 gateway and UK is a SIP gateway. So we are just using two different gateway configurations, H323 and SIP here. The PSTN itself is represented by a phone that can receive calls to two PSTN numbers, a number in Australia and a number in Hungary. So this is a PSTN phone we have to test calls. First, we will implement telephony features, namely call park, call pickup, meet me conference, and then we'll apply time of day routing so that the users of UK CIPC1 cannot place a call to Australia at certain hours of the day. So these are the devices we have. We have PC1, CIPC1, PC2, CIPC1, PC3, PSTN, CIPC, and PC4, CIPC2 for UK. These are the CUCMs for these. Directory numbers are mentioned here. PSTN numbers for these phones are these ones to make international calls. The PSTN CIPC phone has two lines. The first line is labeled PSTN CIPC. The US International, and second line is labeled as PSTN CIPC UK International. When we place the call to PSTN through US gateway, it will be S323. The call will be delivered to the first line. When you place call to PSTN through UK or SIP gateway, the call will be delivered to the second line. The simplified simulated PSTN is represented by a single number, this one. All right. So first we have to set up the lab. So for initial setup, just make sure the phones are registered, give them these device name, US CIPC1, TFTP IP, UK CIPC1, TFTP IP, UK CIPC2, IP, PSTN CIPC, and IP. Then the next step is once we are ready with the lab setup, we can go ahead and configure call park. So implement and test the call park features. First, what we will do is we will browse to CUCM, log in to CUCM using the same credentials, administrator and lab that we use, capital C0LL@B. Once we log in, then we will go ahead and do the configuration for call park. So for call park, you have to go under call routing. In call routing, you will find the call park option. Then you can add a call park number of a range. This we can use 310XX. XS means any number 0 to 9, 0 to 9. Put the pattern into a line in a partition. We want to put this call park in a partition that is internal partition. So any users internally within that range will all be associated with this call pickup or call park number. So if the call is in any call is in call park can be answered by those phones which belongs to the same partition. And configure the pattern to be active on the publisher. So it will ask you to use the node and you can choose the publisher in this case for the lab. When you implement call park in an environment with multiple servers in the cluster, you have to configure a unique call park number range on each server. But here we are only using one. On phone US CIPC1 running on PC1, place a call to UK CIPC1. So what we are doing here is what we have done on the CUCM, we have configured a call parking number. We have configured this call parking number for internal partition. So all the users within that range or within the internal numbers will be associated with the call park number. Now we want to test the call. We want to make a call from US CIPC1 to one of the phone in UK. Let's suppose PC2 in UK. And we want this call to be put on call park and we want to resume this call from the other phone in UK. All right, so let's go back. Um, Okay. So on phone US CIPC1, which was on PC1, place a call to UK CIPC1 by dialing 21001. On UK CIPC1, which is running on PC2, accept the call and then press the park soft key. The call is parked at the first available call parking number, which will be 31000, as we have configured a pattern 31XX, 0XX, I guess. Yeah. So it will be parked to the first available call parking number 31000 in that list. Either you can configure a pattern or you can configure a specific number also. Now we'll go to CIPC2 in UK, which is running on PC4. Retrieve the parked call by dialing this number 31000. After a few seconds, drop the call. So what we will see is we will just go to the second phone, and as the call is in called parking slot, we can use the parking slot number to retrieve that call from any other user from the same partition or from the same group as we have configured it for internal partition. Now we will implement and test the directed call park feature. Directed call park configuration can also be done under call routing. Now, just after call park, you will find directed call park. Select this option this time and add a directed call park number with this setting, number, partition, and retrieval prefix. Now, we can set this prefix for directed call park. So, not just by dialing the call park number, you have to dial a prefix also, like a code. So, you first dial 8 and then dial the call park number to receive any call. That is directed call park. So, now what we will do is on phone CIPC1 in US, place a call to UK CIPC1 dialing 21001. On phone UK CIPC1, accept the call and then transfer the call to 31109. For directed call park, now we will not just simply put this call in the call parking slot by pressing call park. We will transfer this call to a number for the directed call part. So I want to say that only I will answer this call. I will move to another room. I will use that phone and I will pick up that phone. So I will put the number from the range that we have set. So I have chosen a number 31109. I have placed this call in transfer mode. So I've pressed transfer and transfer to the number this. Now, while the call is connected, press the transfer soft key. Enter the desired directed call transfer number in case it is this. Press the transfer soft key again to hand the call over to the directed call path number. So now what is happening? This call is put in the call parking number to a directed call path number. Now we'll go to the phone 2 in the UK branch only, UK CIPC2, and we want to retrieve the call which is parked by dialing first the prefix that we have put was 8 and then the directed call park number 31109. And after a few seconds, we can drop it. We will just see that the call will be retrieved by this phone now by dialing the prefix and the directed call park number. And that's it for directed call path. Now, what we want to do is we will go back to call routing directed call path and add a directed call path number with this number and same partition and prefix. This will be another test, I guess. Configure the last phone button of UK CIPC1 to use the newly added directed call park number this by performing this procedure. Now, by this, what we want is we want to enable it for a specific line, the directed call path. So what will happen for a specific line, we can enable a busy lamp field. So if that call is in directed call park at the moment, we will see on the phone itself that there is a the busy lamp field. So the line will be in red like this. So go to the phone configuration page. In the associated pane at the left, go to the line number at button number 8, add new busy lamp field directed call park link. Then directory number partition we will choose. Label we can give any as per our choice. Directed call park for this number. Save these settings. The phone was already pre-configured with phone button template where button 8 is the busy lamp field directed call park button. Now we can go ahead and place the call from US CIPC1 to UK CIPC1. Then accept the call from the UK CIPC1 and transfer the call to 31201 and by pressing the phone button labeled directed call park. So we have already a number or a line configured as for directed call park for this number. So we do not need to transfer this call by dialing this number. We can just simply press the line or that button. Yeah, so it's like a speed dial. So you can just press that number and whatever call is going on that phone at the moment will be placed in the call park to that call park number. And we can see a busy lamp field there, which indicates that a call is parked by a red flashing light. We can go to PC2 and retrieve the call by dialing the prefix along with the directed number, and the call will be picked up. And once the call is picked up, the busy lamp field button will be turned off. The red light will be off. Now on UK PC2, transfer the call to P1201. The call will be transferred here. Done. We can verify that the busy lamp field button is red and flashing. We can go to CIPC1 and try to retrieve the call back by pressing the busy lamp field directed call park button. You cannot retrieve a call that is parked at a busy lamp field directed call park button by pressing the button. Now, we can allow a few seconds on the phone to clear and then retrieve the call parked by pressing the same button. Just some testing steps. All right, so that was call park. Next, we will configure call pickup. So for call pickup, we will configure the pickup groups. First of all, we'll go to the CUCM under call routing. In call pickup group, we will configure the group A, for example, and give a call pickup group number to that group. Let's say for group A, we have chosen 32001. Put that in the line partition, line international partition, line internal partition, sorry. And then create second call pickup group B, assign a group pickup number 32002 and put it to the partition line internal. Now we will configure only one phone as a member of call pickup group. So what we are doing is we will configure phone 1 in the UK to be a member of call pickup group A. At this point, we will not add any other phone, the second phone into the group. Then we will test the behavior. So this is to test first without putting this user in the same group, what will happen. And then once both the phones are in the same call pickup group, then we can answer the calls for each other, for the two phones for one another. These are the set of configuration we are going to do. We have to enable forward busy internal, forward busy external, forward no answer internal and external, coverage internal, external, and so on. And in call pickup group, you have to choose the group we have configured. Then on phone US CIPC1, place a test call to UK CIPC1 by dialing its number and try to pick up the call on UK CIPC2 using this method. Press the pickup soft key, press the group pickup soft key, if possible, enter this number. You can also try by pressing the group pickup soft key and if possible, try to enter this number, which is the group pickup number, or press the pickup soft key only. When you press the pickup soft key, the error message key is not active is displayed and the call pickup fails. Why? Because this user which we are trying to pick up the call from is not associated with the same group number. After you press the group pickup soft key, you can enter a number, but immediately after you enter the first digit 2 and 3 on two separate attempts, the error message key is not active is displayed. After you press the O pickup soft key, the error message key is not active is displayed. Now repeat the test call, but this time place the call from CIPC1 in US to UK CIPC2 by dialing 21002 and try to pick up the call using the same steps and see the results, and we'll see the error message there. So the reason why all the call pickup attempts fail on both the phones is because both the ringing devices and the device where you try to pick up the call have to be the member of the call pickup group, which we have not done yet. Now configure both phones as member of the same call pickup group. So what we are going to do is go to the configuration page of directory number this at the bottom of call forward and call pickup settings pane, set the call pickup group to group A. So we are doing it for the second phone also. Now on CIPC1 US, test the call. We call to CIPC1 in UK by dialing its number and try to pick up the call on UK CIPC2. So by pressing the pickup soft key, group pickup soft key, dialing the number or the DN, press the group pickup soft key, dial the group pickup number. Now this time we will see all the four methods will work because both the phones are in the same group pickup. Next, we will configure phones as members of directed call pickup group. So for directed call pickup group, we will go to the directory page of the phone at the bottom line, call forward and call pickup settings pane. We will use the second group B as a call pickup group. Place the call, test again the same way. Try to pick up the call from the second phone using the soft key group pickup, dialing the DN and the group pickup number one by one. When you press the pickup soft key, the error message no call available for pickup is displayed. Why? Because now they belongs to two different groups. One is in group A, the other phone is in group B. So when you press these numbers, you will see the call pickup failed or error like no call available and so on. You do not have to test the scenario where where you place the call to phone CIPC2 and then try to pick up on the phone because it will not differ. It will be the same if you try to call the phone 1 or phone 2 in UK and try to retrieve the call from the other phone. It will be the same here because both the phones belongs to different groups. Now configure phones as member of different call pickup groups and associate one call pickup group with the other call pickup group. We want to keep both the phones into different groups, but we want to associate them with one another so that we can pick up the calls for different groups also, like different departments also. So for that, what we will do is associate call pickup groups. So we will associate the two call pickup groups together and then we will place the call again and try to retrieve the call. This time both the phones belongs to two different group pickups or groups and still we will be able to pick up the call.